Welcome, loves. Welcome to Tapping on this beautiful Thursday, or whenever you happen to be tuning in. This is my EFT Enchantress Instagram live series where we drop in together and tap. Hello, Lofa. Hello, Nancy. Hello, beautiful. So good to see you all. We've got Lauren here. Hello, beautiful. Hello, everyone. Whether you're here live or you are catching the replay, Angel Queen, Calendulous, guys. Hello, beautiful. So good to see you here. And I do believe we're birthday or 93 twins. But hi, everyone. Welcome. As always, I love to treat these Instagram lives like we are just sitting in a meadow somewhere having soulful conversations, just in deep, genuine human connection, looking like an enchantress with that hair and eyeshadow. Whoa, thank you, Lauren. You know, I have to show you all how I've been curling my hair. I have this like funny thing that I sleep in. Hello, beautiful. Receiving that, thank you. But I always like to treat these lives like a conversation, like a place for us to be in connection and reciprocity. So I always love to invite you all to share what is present, what is alive on your heart today. Our theme for our tapping is around throat chakra healing and allowing yourself to be so fucking seen and feel safe being seen in your medicine and owning your medicine. Even, you know, channeling some of that hot arrogance energy of it is so safe for you to know, feel, and behave like the gift that you are to this world every day, no matter what room you walk into, no matter who else is there. So I'd love to hear in the comments if you feel called to share what is present on your heart today. How are you feeling? If there were 1 or 2 or 3 words that describe how you're feeling, drop them in the comments and let us know. And as always, feel free to also just say hi and introduce yourself and let us know where you are joining from. We've got Saba here. Hello, beautiful. We are just dropping in and getting settled and doing some introductions. So I'd love for you to drop in the comments. Again, whether you're here live or catching the replay, I really invite you to use this live stream as practice for being seen. Can you use this live stream as practice for letting your voice be heard in the comments, letting yourself express yourself fully, honestly, in real time? Hello, Megan. Saba. Hi, Michelle. So excited for this. Me too. And so good to see you, love. So good to see everyone, familiar faces and new ones as well. Hello, Rachel. Hello to everyone just hopping on. We're just getting settled in. And so I'd love to hear in the comments, where are you calling in from or tuning in from? We've got Erica. Hello, beautiful. And what is present on your heart? If there were 1 or 2 or 3 words that describe how you're feeling, how are you doing? What comes alive? I made it. Yeah, you made it. So good to see you, Erica. Anneli, releasing, flowing, and acceptance. I love these words. I'm witnessing you. Especially with the weather we're having here in Michigan right now. It's like sunny and warm. It just feels like spring is here, and what a beautiful time to like let fall away anything that we are not wanting to carry with us into this next season, this next evolution. And as we drop in, I invite you, if it feels good, just for a moment here, let's just take some deep breaths together. So if it feels nourishing, you might close your eyes or just soften your gaze downward for a moment. But as you soften, I invite you to take a deep, nourishing breath in through your nose. And on your exhale, can you audibly sigh out, taking up some audible space. Another breath all the way down and into your belly. And on your exhale, once again, can you just let go? Not needing to know what you're letting go of, but just letting it out with your exhale. And one more breath all together. tapping into this collective energy, this collective fire, this collective calm that we are cultivating. And on your exhale, sigh it out, shake it out. Whatever you need to, just fully allow yourself to land here in presence. And as I said, I'd love for you to drop in the comments and let us know, where are you in the world? Where are you dropping in from? And if there were a few words that describe what is present on your heart today, what is present? Nancy, Rachel says emerging. Rachel, I'm excited to hear more about that. And Nancy says shining. I love that for you, Nancy. Your energy is so radiant. Lopa, present, grounded, and curious. I just spilled a little bit of my tea. I love the curious. I feel like I'm in a season of a lot of playful curiosity in my own life. And hello, Carissa. Hello, Lindsay. Hello, Isabella. We've got so many beautiful souls dropping in from the Netherlands. Oh, so beautiful. Thank you for making it. Erica says purpose, passion, releasing. Yes. I love it. I love it so much. So beautiful. And keep the comments coming, dropping in from Norway. Wow, amazing, Rachel. So good to see you, love. Maine. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. Hi from Hawaii. Hi, Lindsay. We've got everyone from all over the world. It's so beautiful. Lauren says, my heart feels in the emotionally unknown, but definitely in a state of emergence for this summer. Ooh, emergence, like resurgence. Hello, Megan. Hello, beautiful. And I invite you to notice even just, how does your heart feel having devoted this time to show up for this EFT Enchantress? How does your heart feel just answering the question of, how am I actually doing today? Noticing if there are any deeper layers under the surface, and we will certainly be with those in our tapping ceremony for today. But like I said, our theme is this throat chakra healing, this feeling safe to speak up like you have zero remaining fucks, no matter who is in the room, no matter where you're sharing, just you feeling safe to be all of you. We've got Zena in the house. Hello, the embodiment queen. So good to see you in Central California. I love that. But I invite you to just tune into your heart for a moment, tuning into your throat chakra for a moment, and even just noticing, how does your throat feel today? And sometimes I like to visualize as if my throat chakra had a dial, like those old school boom boxes from the 90s. If we've got any other 90s babies here or above, you might remember those boom boxes that people would carry on their shoulders that had those little dials. And sometimes I just like to imagine as if my throat chakra had a dial, and that dial, the number on that dial might change from hour to hour, from day to day, to month. But I'm curious, in this very moment, in this particular moment, as you tune into this live stream and tune into your body, on a scale of 0, and hello, Juliet, hello, Laura. So beautiful to see you. We haven't even started tapping yet. We're just dropping in to our throat chakra theme for today. But for anyone dropping on, feel free to land in the comments. Tell us hello. Let us know where you're calling in from, or dropping in from, tuning in from, and what's alive on your heart, and practice being seen. But if you could imagine your throat chakra had a dial, and the dial went from 0 to, today, let's say 100. Let's say 100. Throat chakra line, how can I help? Yes. 0 being the dial on my throat. My voice is like very turned down. It feels scary to use my voice. It feels really intimidating to be fully expressed. Maybe I don't even know what fully expressed even looks like or would taste like. 100 being the dials all the way up. My voice is being heard. I'm receiving the gift of my voice. I'm putting myself out there. Like those last remaining fucks have been dropped. I don't give a fuck. I am here. Hi, beautiful. Hello to anyone hopping on. I'd love to hear, what, if any, number occurs to you today in this moment? From 0 being my throat's feeling really constricted and it's feeling difficult to express myself. 100 being The full expression is here. I feel really safe to use my voice. And again, no number is better than another. Maybe you land on 88 or 2 or 12 or 100 or 1,000 or -5. There's no number that's better than another. I simply invite you to notice the dial of your self-expression as it is in this moment on this particular day. Lauren says 60, Nancy 70, Zineb 77, Ali 40 is still trying to overcome. Yeah, and so even, for me to share, even I've definitely had some days in the last few months where I've been like, if I were to rate the dial on my throat, it's like a 2 today in this moment. It's like those constriction arrive on our throat, and it can feel so hard to express and to share and to use our voice. And I invite you to just close your eyes for one more moment, and then we're going to drop into our tapping series, but just closing your eyes and noticing if in this moment today the dial in your throat doesn't feel like 100, it doesn't feel like it's turned all the way up. There's something that's wanting it to be a little lower, a little more inward. Again, not making that bad or wrong, but just asking the question of, if I don't feel like I can turn the dial on my voice all the way up in this moment, what, if any, reasons does my brain come up with as to why I shouldn't be at 100? Or why it's not safe to be at 100? Or why I should wait? And again, also really anchoring in this truth that there are some days just within our seasons where that dial might naturally fall at like a 20, and that's not a problem, right? This journey of self-expression and coming home to our Nadia's content and fullest expression, it doesn't always need to look like you're going all out and just like being loud and using your voice, right? There are so many different ways we can navigate our journey of self-expression, and I invite you to really have love and compassion and acceptance for where you are in this moment. Hello Saya, good to see you, beauty. I think it's on 0, but I just woke up. Yes, your voice like literally is maybe just like waking up after a long time of sleep. Hello Brandy, hello beautiful. Rachel in the seasons of life that resonate so much. Hello beautiful, just hopping on. We haven't started tapping yet, but you're welcome to drop right in. Yeah, and just I feel like we have seasons of our self-expression as well. I know for me, just living alone in Mexico earlier this year felt like I actually very much turned the dial of my self-expression inward. Saya, yay, hello. Inward, and I wasn't sharing as much. I wasn't using my voice as much, and instead I was focusing on what is it like to receive the gift of my own voice first. What does it really feel like to hear my own voice the loudest above all the fucking noise? Who am I underneath all these lingering labels that I have collected over my lifetime that have been placed upon me that just like aren't fucking me? And we're gonna get into some of that in our tapping for today, but I'd love to hear in the comments if you feel called to share what, if any, threads might be present that feel constricting on your voice in this moment. What, if any, threads or ropes might feel a bit constricting on your heart today, and really setting some intentions for a tapping of where you would like to release, where you would like to cut energetic cords, where you would like to open your heart, open your throat to allow yourself to be expressed. Hello, Shayla. Hello, beautiful. So many gorgeous souls on here today, and as you hop on, feel free to say hi in the comments. Let us know that you're here. But what, if anything, feels constricting on your throat, your heart, your voice, your expression today that you'd like to soften as we tap? And I'll tune into some of these questions for myself as well. So for me and my throat chakra and my self-expression, I'm feeling really called to own the happy whole life element of my self-expression and being more fiercely expressed in my sensuality, whatever that looks like, right? The sensual expression sometimes tied in with the sensual movement and goddess dancing, but sometimes the sensuality being tied into eating food in a really luscious and enjoyable way, ready to release and soften with you. Hi, Shayla. Yay, so good. Lauren says, major romantic relationship stress. Thank you for sharing, Lauren, and setting the intention to soften and be with that today. Lauren says, standing up for myself, not letting anyone treat me as less than who I am and what I'm capable of. A fucking man to that, Lauren. Yes. And that's that energy, right? Of really being able to, like, literally, like, I just imagine, like pulling on the strings that connect us to the divine and just, like, standing up taller, letting your spine really sit all the way up, right? And, you know, squaring your shoulders, taking up space, like tangible, physical space with your body. And so, anything else? Hello, Erin. So gorgeous to have your presence and your energy here. Empath versus narcissist stress. Oh, thank you for sharing, beauty. Yeah, so that, you know, the empath versus the narcissist, right? There's like such a, I just feel like this, like, almost like just like collision of just different energies. Lindsay says, soften and drop more deeply into my body and heart. Yeah, so a lot of this energy of softening and just deepening into presence with ourselves. And I find so often that in those moments when we do create space to be with ourselves and be with our own heart, those threads that feel constricting, those threads that are surrounding our voice, oftentimes start to just soften on their own without us needing to force or try or pull back layers. It's just presence and deep self-love and acceptance of what is such a heart-opening practice in and of itself. Hello, accepting being so human and releasing doubt of that affecting my magnetism. Yes, Shayla, I know, even playing with, like, for a time, I remember there was a season when I kept repeating to myself this mantra: my mess is part of my magnetism, my mess is part of my magnetism, my mess is part of my magnetism, and anchoring in this truth that us being these imperfect humans that have doubt and fear and have seasons and cycles where we just traverse our own inner landscape. It's recognizing that energy of deep self-devotion and allowing ourselves to be human is really fucking attractive. It's really, really magnetic. You know, just walking slowly and respecting my own tempo of life. That rings very true in my soul. Thank you for that. Nancy says, liberation of the soul, speaking my truth. Liberation of the soul. Oh, you know, Nancy, I've never heard someone like say it just with those specific words, but I love that. Liberation of soul, speaking my truth. Fearless, fierce, strong, and powerful. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. And just 2 more questions are actually landing in the space before we drop into our tapping. I always love to, like, tune into your energy and tune into my energy and see what's really alive and what wants to be channeled. But 2 more questions and then we will start tapping and start moving some energy. One question is, and I feel like a lot of you have already answered this, but what intention do you want to land in for your experience of tapping today? And I love EFT tapping, and if you're not familiar with it, we'll get into that in a moment, but especially being able to tap in a collective, like on live together, being able to feel each other's presence and energy in the comments. There's something so powerful about devoting to self and saying, I'm going to tap on my body today, and I'm going to be fucking here with myself today. So it's like you're carrying yourself, you're doing your own work, and that work is being amplified by the presence of other souls who are in the same kind of devotion for themselves. So I also just want to acknowledge all of you, whether you're here live, catching the replay, like, fuck yes that you're here. I see you. I fucking see you, and I see your devotion, and I'm celebrating that. But any last intentions for your tapping, your experience? And last question that is dropping in is, I've been doing a lot of inner child work lately, so perhaps that's why it's on my heart. But if it feels good, and of course, as always in these ceremonies, everything is always an invitation. So receive my cues or toss them aside and set them on fire, receive my invitations or say, no, that's not for me today, and throw it out the window, right? Trusting your own inner authority, trusting your own healing capacity. But if it feels good to call an inner child into the room, your inner child, or maybe your inner teenager wants to be seen and heard and witnessed today, or even noticing, is there any other part of you that wants to come forward and be a part of our tapping for today? Can you let them into the room? And same goes for any ancestors or guides, letting them into the room. And we'll say a prayer in just a moment, but calling your inner child into the room, or your inner teenager, or your inner 25-year-old, your inner 30-year-old, whoever along your timeline is wanting to be present. And I invite you to consider just what it feels like to make yourself small. Like in your body, in this moment, can you feel into somatically what it feels like to make yourself small, or what it has felt like to swallow your voice or be less of yourself in an effort to make other people comfortable? What does your body do when you feel that thought come on of, I need to be smaller? I know for me, it's like my shoulders just kind of start to come inward. I start to contract my heart space. I start to like tuck in my stomach, right? And it feels really like, oh, so constricting when I tell myself this thought, you need to be smaller, make yourself smaller, don't use your voice, right? And I know for many of us, we've had so many of those moments in life. And hello to everyone just hopping on. Yeah, Rachel says contraction in my chest. Oh, Lindsay says intention, deeper love, compassion, and connection with myself. Beautiful. Yeah, so it could be this contraction or this tightening, or maybe you experience a temperature change and you feel like hot or cold, and just noticing what it feels like to become small, and not to energize that smallness or anything, but rather just to simply notice, to have a point of reference for, okay, and what does it feel like to start to open? And I invite you just for another moment with your inner child in the room, just call upon a memory that your subconscious may want to show you of your timeline of any moment in your life when this contraction started to happen, or this needing to hide or protect yourself or swallow your voice started to happen. What was that first moment that you learned, it's not safe to use my voice, it's not safe to be myself? And again, it might be when you were a teenager, it might be maybe an instance that happened at work last week is what's actually coming to your heart. But what was it like? What memory do you experience? And maybe you have nothing at all, and that's beautiful too. And if there's anything you want to share, feel free to share it in the comments. But we're going to start our tapping for today, and I invite you one last time, any final declarations in the comments of who you want to be on the other side of this tapping, what you want to enter into, what you want to experience in the present moment. Feel free to drop it in the comments. And for those of you who've tapped with me before, I'd love to hear who here is familiar with tapping, who's done tapping with me before. And hello, Dark Heart Frequencies. Hello, Christine. Hello, beautiful. We were just about to drop into our tapping, but have you tapped before? Let me know in the comments. Who here has tapped before, familiar with EFT tapping, versus who here is like, ooh, I don't really know what we're doing, but I'm playfully curious and interested to explore. Again, bringing that playful curiosity to everything that we do. Beautiful, beautiful. I did with you, I've tapped, but not with you. Yeah, so we've got some familiarity with tapping. But so for our tapping for today, for those of you that might be new to EFT, EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, and it is a process of tapping on, Nancy says yes with you, tapping on different energy meridian endpoints in the body and supporting us in moving stagnant energy around, supporting us in down-regulating our nervous system, supporting us in really coming home to the present moment. Rachel says, less self-censorship, opening to myself, never tapped. I'm so honored to have you tap with us today. Beautiful. Hello, and yes, I have tapped before with you. So beautiful. Your tapping is the best. Oh, thank you, so I'm receiving that. My intention is to allow the joy of life flow through me, and yes, did some tapping with you. Beautiful, Saya. Yes, the joy of life flow through you. So I'm just going to go over the points we're going to tap on for anyone that is new to tapping. And oftentimes the way that I facilitate tapping and lead tapping, especially on these more channeled live streams, I tend to just speak and share. And my invitation to you is to allow my voice to be your guide. It might feel good to close your eyes and just let my voice guide you as you tap on these different points and really focus on the sensation of just what it's like to feel contact with your own body, your own skin. And if it feels good, you might just allow my voice to guide you and allow the words to soak in via this beautiful live stream that we have. So our points that we're going to tap on for today, first is going to be the side of the hand point here. And it doesn't matter which side of your hand you tap on. I usually tap like this. You can tap like this. Whatever feels intuitive to you. I really invite you to make this tapping your own. And again, allow me to be your guide, but also trust your own inner authority. So we're going to tap on the side of the hand point first, and I'm just going to demonstrate the points. So you're more than welcome to tap along with me for a second. And then we're going to tap on the inner eye point. So if you think of your third eye being here, your inner eye is just like kind of right here in between your eyebrows here. So this is your inner eye. And you can tap with one hand, you can tap with both hands, whatever feels intuitive to you. And then we're going to tap on our outer eye, which is just this point right here outside of your eye. And then we're going to tap underneath your eye. So if you can kind of feel your orbital bone as it sits underneath your eye, tapping roughly on that point. And then we're going to tap under your nose. You can tap like this. I have to tap like this. I'm going to get your lip out of the way. And we're going to tap on our chin here like this or like this, whatever feels natural to you. And we're going to tap on our chest, on our heart space. So find your collarbones, tapping around that space. You might even let yourself tap around a little bit. And we're going to tap underneath the arm. So if you wear a bra, or if you've worn a bra before, it's kind of like right where that natural bra line would fall, and just kind of right underneath your armpit right there. And we're going to tap on the top of the head. And then we're just going to keep it moving and keep it flowing and just tap through these points until we feel complete. So with that, I invite you to just call in any sensation, emotion, any energy that you are wanting to release in this tapping. So maybe there is a flavor of self-doubt in the room today. Maybe there is a fear that's living somewhere in your heart space. Maybe there's a self-judgment in the room. Whatever feels heavy, where you're just like, ugh, like this feels like moving through sludge and I'm over it. I'm ready to be softened around this area. I invite you to just take note of that. And sometimes when we tap, it can be fun and informative to rate that intensity of that sensation from 0 to 10. 0 being it's not there, it's cleared. 10 being, the fear or the anxiety or the tightness in my chest. It's like really, really intense. And so you might rate the intensity of that sensation from 0 to 10, what you are wanting to let go of, what you are wanting to release. No number is better than another. Simply noticing, and then we're just going to start to tap. And so I invite you to just start tapping on your side of the hand point here. And just starting to notice what it feels like to tap on your body, feeling your own skin. And just starting to meet your breath. If it feels good, you can soften your gaze or close your eyes and just let my voice be your guide. I'm going to be cueing you which points we're tapping on and just channeling any words, the highest good for our collective. And if you're just hopping on, feel free to jump right in. We are just starting our tapping. And I'll take this moment as we just tap on the side of the hand point to call in any guides, any spirit animals, any ancestors, any beings of the highest light to hold this tapping ceremony, to allow this collective, this sisterhood to flourish and release anything and everything that we are ready to release as we anchor into our desires, our visions, our love. I'm just tapping on the side of the hand points. I'm going to just speak, and I invite you to just allow my words to sink into your hearts. Opening yourself to receive this support today. Knowing that there's nowhere else you need to be but right here. So, even though sometimes I doubt myself and question and bargain with my voice and what I'm allowed to say and who I'm allowed to be, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Maybe letting out a sigh, keeping the breath moving in its own pace. Even though sometimes it feels like I don't know what comes next, and I don't know what to say. And it feels heavy and it feels hard to put myself out there because I'm scared of being rejected and I'm scared of being abandoned. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Hi Paula, so beautiful to see you, love. And keep tapping on your side of the hand point, even though sometimes it feels like there's a million reasons why it's not for me, or why I can't have it, or why I shouldn't speak up or use my voice or believe in myself or trust myself. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Hi Liana, hello beautiful, feel free to jump right in. And tapping on your inner eye point now. This fear of truly being all of me in this world and letting every part of me be seen. Moving to tap on your outer eye now. The parts of me that question whether I can really do it, or whether my voice even really matters, or if my work is even important. Tapping underneath your eye. And the parts of me that get caught up in the overthinking and the projecting all the what if worst case scenarios. What if I put myself out there and I am not received? What if I share my truth and I lose love? What if I allow my voice to be heard and people don't like it and people don't like me? Tapping under your nose and calling in every single moment when you felt like you had to give your power away to somebody else in the room. And tapping on your chin for all the moments your heart space contracted, your shoulders collapsed, then your voice was swallowed. Tapping on your heart space now, allowing your breath to flow freely as you tap. This part of me that doesn't fully trust that it's safe to stand up tall in my expression, in my voice. Tapping under your arm now. Because maybe your inner child got bullied for using your voice, tapping on the top of your head. Or maybe you learned at some point along the lines that when you use your voice, it could be dangerous. And tapping on your inner eye, or the witch wound, that part of your inner spiritual witch that fears for their safety if you were to really express yourself. Tapping on your outer eye. And in this moment, I'm choosing to be with all of it. Tapping under your eye. I'm choosing to be with my sadness for all the times I didn't feel safe to be myself. Tapping under your nose. I'm allowing any grief that is present in my body to simply be here. Grief for a season ending. Grief for the moments when I felt like I wasn't really living. Grief for the times when it felt like I turned my back on myself, when I wanted nothing more than to stand behind myself. And tapping on your chin now. It is safe to let myself be here. It is safe to let myself feel. And tapping on your heart space. And in this moment, I'm choosing to see myself as whole and complete and magical and wonderful. Even if sometimes it's hard to appreciate all these things about myself. And tapping under your arm. I'm choosing to meet myself and put myself first. And tapping on the top of your head now. And if it feels good, you might invite your inner child or your inner teenager or any ancestors into your tapping. And just allowing them to tap with you. Starting to feel tension softening. Starting to simply acknowledge what is present on your heart and letting it all be okay. And tapping on your inner eye now. I'm starting to remember this innate power that lives within me. Tapping on your outer eye. As I breathe, as I tap, I'm starting to remember how safe it is for me to use my voice. Tapping under your eye. I'm remembering that it's safe to be the first recipient of my own medicine. I get to experience my magic. I get to relish in my medicine. Tapping under your nose. And I'm remembering that every moment, every time I stand up and speak up and share my gifts, tapping on your chin, not only am I receiving the gift of my own medicine, but I'm allowing the world to receive the nutrient that is my heart, that is my brilliance. Tapping on your heart space. And this time, as you tap on your heart space, spending a little extra time here in this moment. Just meeting your breath. And as we often do when we tap with me, I invite you to just visualize as you tap on your heart space. It's as if you're knocking on the doors to your heart. Knocking softly, gently on the doors to your soul. And whispering to your heart, to your soul, to any of these parts of you that have been asleep, to any of these parts of you that got abandoned somewhere along the way. Can you whisper to these parts that it's safe to come forward now? Can you whisper to those parts of you that are longing to come alive that it's time now to come alive? Whispering as you knock on your heart, it's safe for you to wake up. It's safe for you to wake up. It's safe for you to wake up. And as you tap on your heart space, I invite you to whisper anything else that is on your heart. Any words of love, any words of encouragement, whispering them to your heart now. I love you. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of you for everything you've endured. I'm proud of you for your strength. And I'm proud of you for your softness. I'm proud of you for your gentleness. I'm proud of you for meeting your tender heart and being willing to look inward. And anything else, saying it out loud to yourself as you tap on your heart. Just opening your heart to receive the gift of yourself in this moment. You are a gift to the world, and it is safe to behave like one. And we're just gonna go a couple more rounds here. Tapping under your arm. Just letting it all go. Letting it all go. And coming back to tap on your crown, the top of your head. And I invite you to start to visualize what you are calling in, what you are anchoring into in your ceremony, in your experience. What is it that you want to remember? What is it that you want to anchor into your being, into your heart, into every cell of your body? Anchoring in your power, in this connection to self. This trust, this love, this acceptance. And I invite you, as we often do, if it feels good, to visualize as if your crown chakra could open to the heavens, to the universe. And as if the universe were here for you, to guide you, to help fill you up with this light, this knowing, this trust. Opening your crown now and allowing this healing golden light to start to pour down into your crown chakra. Just melting away anything lingering that's ready to be released. Tapping on your inner eye now. I'm connected to myself. I am a powerful and capable leader. Letting that healing golden light wash down into your third eye, clearing any blocks to your intuition, your sight. Moving to your outer eye. It is safe for me to be a messy, beautiful human, navigating their own inner landscape. Tapping underneath your eye. I am a powerful fucking force of nature to be reckoned with. And in this moment, I'm receiving the gift of my own power. And I invite you to feel that healing golden light starting to wash down over your face, down and into your throat chakra, filling you up with this knowing. And tapping under your nose now. I am a powerful force of nature, and it's safe for me to honor my seasons. And tapping on your chin, the seasons of softness and going inward, the seasons of rest and increasing my potency, alongside the seasons of fire and outward action. And whatever season I'm in is perfect. And tapping on your heart space, allowing that healing gold and sparkly light to travel down from your throat chakra, clearing any of those cobwebs to your throat, to your voice. And then as you tap on your heart, allowing that healing light to pour into your heart space, opening your heart to receive, opening your heart to this moment, opening your heart to receive your own medicine. You are so gifted. And tapping under your arm. I'm letting go, I'm letting go, I'm letting go. I'm letting that healing light wash all the way down into your solar plexus, clearing any blocks to your confidence, flowing down into your sacral, your portal to your creativity, and all the way down and into your root. And one final round here, tapping on the top of your head, solidifying, anchoring, letting anything else go. Meeting your breath. Tapping on your inner eye. I trust myself. I love myself. I believe in myself. There's no one I would rather be than this present version of me right here. Tapping under your eye. And from this moment forward, I'm letting go of the dynamics of fear, the dynamics of stifling my voice. Tapping under your nose. And I'm standing up for my truth. And I'm standing up for my voice. Tapping on your chin. Because my voice fucking matters. My pleasure fucking matters. My soul's delight experiencing this life fucking matters. And tapping on your heart space. And I am a person, I am a being who is open to receive the fullness that life has to offer me. The days of settling for breadcrumbs, of pleasure, delight, enchantment, they end right here, right now, tapping now under your arm. And so it is. And I invite you to start to slow down your tapping. Maybe tapping lightly on any part of your body that's craving your attention. Maybe tapping on your throat. Like you're waking up your throat chakra. But as we often do, I invite you to allow your tapping practice to transition into a practice of energetically sweeping. So just taking your hands to your skin, to your body, and just starting to sweep. Kind of like you're sweeping your energy field, or maybe there's still some lingering little cobwebs or specks of dust, of doubt that you're just over. You're done, you're done, you're done, you're complete carrying all of this around. What burdens are still lingering on your shoulders? Brush them off. What little chips of armor are you still wearing around your heart? Brush it off. Anything that's ready to be released today, just brush it off, let it go. Brushing your throat, brushing your hair, brushing your arms, brushing your shoulders, your heart space, your tummy, your womb space, your legs, your back. Anywhere that your body is leading you, can you just brush it off? Ugh. Maybe even let yourself get a little weird here, like, brush it off, brush it off, brush it off, brush it off. You don't even know what you're brushing. You don't even need to know what you're brushing off. Just anything that doesn't feel like so deliciously good, brush it off. And if there's any little specks of dust that, just actually want to be here today, we don't need to make them wrong. Maybe they can stay, and that's okay. And finally, just starting to slow down that brushing movement and just allowing yourself to start to press into your skin. And just feeling the experience of what it's like to press into your own body. And I invite you to discern and decide, what do you want to press in? Maybe your body is just desiring a little anchor of safety. And can you press safety into your throat, into your heart, onto your shoulders? I'm safe, I am safe, I am safe. Or maybe you want to press in this sense of calm and peace. And imagine as if your hands are just these magical portals. Can you press that sensation of calm into your body, into your skin? Pressing it into your hips, into your belly, onto your legs, your feet, your ankles. And just receiving the gift of your own touch for a few final moments here. What else do you want to press in? Maybe there's an identity that you're anchoring into. A queen identity, a goddess identity, a sacred slut identity. What do you want to press in and carry with you? Now that you've created some spaciousness in your heart, brushed off some things that you no longer want to carry, what do you want to allow in, and can you press it into your heart space now? And I invite you to, as you're ready, as you feel complete, just slowly starting to come to stillness. If there's any last shakes that you want to let out, maybe you shake it out, shaking your arms, shaking your legs. And as you come to stillness, I invite you to take a deep breath in. And as you inhale, can you just practice stretching your arms out wide to the right and the left? Just practice being with this space that you've cultivated within your heart, within your body today in your practice. Just practice holding this space. It's safe to have spaciousness in your heart. It's safe to live your life with your heart open. And on your next exhale, just slowly bringing your hands in to wrap around your heart space, to wrap around your chest. Just giving yourself a big hug. And just showering yourself with gratitude for your presence and your devotion to tend to your inner landscape today. I'm just taking a few final cleansing breaths. Maybe letting out a sigh once again, full circle. Breathing in, breathing out. And whenever you feel softened, whenever your body is signaling to you that it's ready to come back, whenever you're ready to open your eyes, I invite you to just slowly, slower than slow, make your way back to our live room that we have here, this sacred space that we've cultivated. Just slowly in your own time, making your way back, noticing how you feel. And if there's anything you desire to write down, I invite you to perhaps pop into your journal, write it down. Beautiful. And just slowly coming back, noticing how you feel. Sighing it out, letting go. Beautiful. And if there's anything you desire to share in the comments with us, feel free to drop in the comments and just let us see you. Let us witness you. And I'm just going to catch up on our comments here. My anger is mellowed. Thank you. Beautiful, Lauren. I'm so glad. My pleasure fucking matters. Yes, it does. Amazing. I'm so glad, Paula. I want to press in ease and safety. Yes, pressing in ease and safety. Beautiful. That was powerful. I'm so glad, Rachel. Thank you. With so much pleasure. my pleasure. And I'd love to hear in the comments if there's anything you want to share. What are you taking away from your practice today? What did your heart show you that you want to carry with you? I feel like I just enjoyed a luxurious soul spa experience. Oh, that makes me so happy. Oh, thank you, Lindsay. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. So beautiful. Rachel says, it really brought me into my body. And at the beginning, my spirit animal, the wolf, joined me, a deeply disowned part of myself. Oh, wow, Rachel, that's so powerful. And I'm so glad that you could just really guide yourself back to your body today. And I'm just witnessing your spirit animal, the wolf, that joined you, and yeah, looking forward to further self-exploration. Yeah, like your inner wolf, what that part of you now is present, it's here, and just being in the exploration of what that looks like, allowing your inner wolf to come alive and be witnessed. So glorious, so powerful. Any other takeaways, anything that you desire to be witnessed in? I know sometimes it's after tapping, it's like you just gotta be in your own world, in your own cocoon. And sometimes it can be powerful to allow yourself to be witnessed in whatever came through, to just further anchor it into your system, into your body. And so I'll hang out and just allow any final comments to drop in, but I will be planning another EFT Enchantress for probably in a week or two, so be on the lookout for the information on our next live tapping. And just so you know, I also have 2 offerings trickling in, arriving to be shared with the world, one around EFT tapping specifically, and I'll also be opening a membership pretty soon, and more details will be landing for that, but there will be an EFT tapping ceremony component to the membership as well as breathwork. Christine says, my grandmother's joined and tapped on my crown. Beautiful. Wow. That's so powerful. Rachel, thank you so much for holding the space. My pleasure. Lindsay, I was able to drop into the deeper layers of my heart. I'm so glad. It makes me so happy. I'm just gonna take some screenshots of your comments. And I actually invite you, all of you, into that for yourself as well, of really practice receiving people, right? And something that I do if someone says something nice about my tapping, or whatever it might be, I often like to practice like this, the physical motion with my hands of, I'm not just gonna say, oh, thank you. I'm actually really going to feel and experience, like, thank you. I receive that reflection. And Nancy, as a child, I placed pieces of me outside me for the comfort and acceptance of others. During the tapping, I took those pieces back. Wow, Nancy. Oh, so gorgeous, so powerful. I'm just witnessing those reintegrated parts of you, those pieces that have come back. It's so powerful. Thank you for sharing. Erica, I focused on wanting to release the old programming my mom imprinted on me as a child in regards to making myself smaller and not being able to step into power. Yeah. Thank you for sharing, Erica. Yeah, just releasing again that programming or these labels that other people put upon us, right? Of, make yourself small, don't really own your power. It's like that thought, that thread, that pattern, that programming, it's not yours to carry anymore. It came from your mom, and having grace and compassion for her, who is navigating her own internal landscape as well, but really just coming home to you get to be all of you and really own your power. Thank you for the reminder. Receiving is something I want to work on more. Yes, Lindsay, beautiful. And for anyone that's just hopping on live right now, we're just wrapping up our tapping, but the replay will be available on my page shortly. But any final declarations, any final shares? Lopa says, I was so healing, the power of your voice. I went deep inside and took a short nap while you spoke your magic. Oh, that makes me so, I'm just like soul purring, Lopa. I'm so glad. I'm receiving that reflection. So big. And I'm so glad that you could take a nap and just let your subconscious receive whatever it wanted to receive. Thank you for sharing, Lopa, and thank you all for being here. And my last words, nighttime here in Norway, I'm going to process this experience in my dreams. Thanks again, Michelle. My pleasure. Thank you so much for being here, Rachel. Thank you. And last thing I'll say is just a reflection to all of you that these tapping circles, these ceremonies, they are 1,000 times more powerful, more amplified because of your presence and your willingness to show up and be here. So I am so grateful to all of you who have come, whether you're live or catching the replay. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your time, your presence, your beautiful light within this space. I am just bowing down to your magic and your medicine, and I invite you to carry this with you. Whatever you received in your ceremony today, can you allow it to be with you as you move about the rest of your day or evening? And I'm sending you all so much love. And like I said, another EFT Enchantress will be on the calendar soon. And I'll be announcing details for this EFT Tapping mini course as well as the membership that's coming soon. Mwah. Thank you all. Hello. My pleasure. Mwah. Mwah. And for those just hopping on, the replay will be up in just a moment. Mwah. Loving you all so big. Thank you for being here. My pleasure.